as reliable as a Rockets three-pointer last April is the reporting of our friend Adriano Del Monte. He is based in Lombardia, one of the hardest hit areas by the coronavirus, just outside of Milan, Italy. Adriano, before we get to the sporting impact, we're approaching 1 month of full lockdown in Italy. What is the mood there?
Thank you for having me, Phil. Well, we are finally starting to see some positive impacts after this month in lockdown. Over the last 48 hours, we have seen 20-day lows in terms of new cases and death tallies for a day. So finally, just finally, some light at the end of the tunnel, but still, of course, a long way to go. As it stands at the moment, we are in lockdown until the 13th of April, but we are expecting that will again be extended possibly by another 2 to 3 weeks to take us right through to May. But a very sad time, of course, in Italy, but finally with some light at the end of the tunnel, there is a bit of optimism.
Sport is certainly a secondary matter at this moment, but this is SportsCenter. It's why we're here. UEFA have a fair bit to sort out. Where do we stand at the moment in Europe's major domestic footballing leagues?
Massive week. It has been a lot of discussions, of course, and as you did say, it is secondary to the situation that is. But of course, the respective sporting organisations coming together and putting in tentative plans. Now, they've been very clear with that after every meeting that all of these plans are tentative and clearly based on the outcome and progression of the virus. But as it stands, UEFA have relaxed their dates, their stance on the dates to potentially conclude the Europa League and, of course, the UEFA Champions League. That was rumoured to be having to be completed by the 3rd of August. They've now said that it may be completed a little later down the track. We've seen in Italy and Spain continual discussions about, well, when can they possibly return? The latest from Serie A, as of only hours ago here, having spoken to some people in Serie A, they are looking to a potential end of May date to return. But of course, a lot has to happen between now and then. We've seen the English Premier League talk about a potential opportunity to move all 20 clubs into one particular region of England to just try and get the final games out. But as it stands, of course, still no definitive action with regards to when football will return. But the message that has been clear over the course of this week, there is full commitment to doing everything that everyone can to see the current campaigns complete.
And over in Germany, the Bundesliga resumed league-wide training on Monday while trying to keep it as safe of a social distance as possible. How is that step being received around Europe?
Well, obviously, from a football perspective, it is positive to see some clubs getting back into action, of course, with very restricted social distancing measures in place. And of course, they're adhering to those. But look, a long way to go for Germany as well. It was only yesterday that Germany became the 4th country to have 100,000 plus cases recorded of coronavirus. So look, the Germans have taken the right steps from a football perspective to get themselves up and running in a capacity, but that doesn't mean that we're any closer to football returning in the German top flight. I can tell you here in Italy that the 13th of April is currently the first possible date that teams will be able to return to the training ground. But even that, we are anticipating that will be pushed back a little further. But for German football, maybe one step in the right direction for now.
Adriano Del Monte, thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Please stay well.
Thank you, Phil.